So the other day, I was having a conversation with somebody I've known for a long time, and they asked me why buy businesses and not just invest in the stock market if my long-term goal is to have cash flow and like build wealth. And I have been wired this way for a while now, so I had to take a step back to try and explain to them why that is. And it doesn't just have to be buying businesses. It could be buying cash flowing assets, right? Why would you buy a cash flowing asset, whether it's real estate, whether it's businesses, whatever the case is, why do that instead of investing into the stock market? I really think that it should be a combination of those things. Currently where I'm at is at the stage of acquiring businesses. I have a portfolio of some crypto, some stock stuff. But that said, the reason why we buy cash flowing assets, specifically businesses, is because I can control them, right? I cannot control the economy, and sometimes when people can spend or if there's a downturn and things like that. But I know that when I'm looking for a business, it is longstanding. It is anywhere from 10 to 20 years old, proven cash flow. And the beauty of it all is I'm at a stage now where I don't even have to use my own money, right? And the loan or the business is paying for the loan. And so once I get things set up in the way they need to be, I know I'm going to get X amount every month, whether it's $500 to $2,000 to $5,000, whatever that number is. If I invest in the stock market, guess what? I need to save money, whether it's working a 9 to 5, a W-2 job, or it is, coming from my business and putting that into the stock market. Yes, it compounds over time. Yes, in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I could probably get a fat paycheck out of it, but that's long-term money. Okay. With acquiring businesses, it is short-term money, and it depends what you acquire and how much cash flow you're seeing, but I could easily buy something today that's cash flowing me $2,000 a month after the loan is paid back, after I've made my shift to the tech stack, after I've done all of those things. That is money that I can count on to come in now, not 15, 20 years later. And the beauty of it too is it's liquid, right? So at that point, I'm stacking cash flow. So if I do that multiple times, have 5 to 10 to 15 businesses and just have a huge portfolio, that is like me building my own S&P 500, the LLH 500, whatever you want to call it, right? So it's not so much about having all of your eggs in one basket. And again, having money in the stock market, it's diversifying the portfolio. So, whatever that is for you, whether it's buying real estate, and I personally feel like that's back then when you could buy a house on the cheap, or you could flip a house on the cheap and then make a quick return, or buy multiple rental properties and stack them. It's getting a lot harder and harder to find those types of deals, right? But, buy cash flowing assets, invest some money in the stock market, get into crypto, whatever that thing is for you, and you understand how to do that thing or learn more of how to do them better. And the key is really just to learn every day, learn something new every day. Talk to ChatGPT, ask it a question, understand the question. Why is there a different approach that I could take? Is there something that I'm not seeing? What about this? What if I take this approach? Start picking brains of other people that have done it before you, surrounding yourself in those right groups. So anyways, I just wanted to explain that to folks, because I really had to take a step back and be like, I can't believe nobody sees this or nobody understands it. And sharing knowledge is power. So take it easy.